Imagine you are standing in an elevator. Or, maybe you are waiting in a long line at a coffee shop
Yeah,
and you're standing right next to a complete stranger. It is very quiet. You want to be friendly, right? You want to say something.
exactly.
But what do you say? You cannot ask a deep personal question. You need a key. You need a simple, safe key to open the door to a conversation.
And, well, the easiest key to use anywhere in the English-speaking world is right outside. You just look out the window.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ah,
Talking about the weather and the outdoors is really the universal way people connect. I mean, it is safe, it is a shared experience, and it is how friendships begin.
okay, let's unpack this. Welcome to today's deep dive. We are talking directly to you, the English learner. Today, we are looking at a highly useful lesson from Tim's English channel.
Yes, a fantastic source.
It is. And we are not just going to read a list of words to you. We are mastering the ultimate tool for small talk. Think of weather vocabulary as the universal icebreaker. It is the key that unlocks conversations with anyone, anywhere.
That is the mission for today. We want to help you use these words naturally, and we will also fix a few common mistakes that learners make along the way.
So, before we can talk about the wider environment, we have to start with what is happening outside right now. The daily essentials, the
Yeah.
weather.
Right. So Tim's lesson breaks the daily weather down into visual conditions first, things you can actually see with your eyes. There are four basic ones.
Let's go through them. The first one is sunny.
Yes. Sunny, bright sun in the sky.
Right, the kind of day where you might need dark glasses. The second one is cloudy.
Cloudy means a white or maybe a gray sky. The clouds are completely hiding the sun.
I see. And the third condition?
The third is rainy. That is when water is falling from the sky. You definitely need an umbrella for that one.
Definitely. And the fourth visual word is windy. Now, wind is invisible, right?
Exactly, yes. You cannot see the wind itself.
But you see what it does? The fast-moving air blows your hair right in your face.
Yeah, or you see the trees shaking. So we have sunny, cloudy, rainy, and windy. But we also have to talk about how the weather feels on our skin. The temperature.
Temperature. Right. The lesson gives us four simple words for temperature feelings: hot, cold, warm, and cool.
So hot means you are probably sweating. The sun is very strong.
And cold is the exact opposite. You are shaking. You need a big, heavy jacket.
Exactly. But then we have the two middle temperatures, warm and cool.
Actually, I want to ask about those middle temperatures. So warm and cool are kind of like the sweet spots,
They
right?
are, yes.
Not too extreme in either direction, just right in the middle. But how do you know which is which?
Well, the source brilliantly links these words to physical sensations.
Mm.
When you are warm, it is a little hot, but it is nice. When you are cool, it is a little cold, but you just need a light sweater. It feels good.
Oh, I get it. And attaching those physical feelings like shaking, sweating, or wearing a light sweater, that helps your brain remember the vocabulary much faster.
It really does. It gives the words a physical action.
That is a great tip for you listening right now. Try to feel the word when you learn it. So that is the daily weather. But when we string those daily weather conditions together over months, we get our next topic:
The seasons.
the rhythm of the year. The seasons completely change how the world looks. We have four of them. Let's start with spring.
Spring. The weather starts to get warm. You see green leaves. You see colorful flowers. But, it is often a little rainy.
April showers, right. Then comes summer. Summer is the hottest season. It has the longest days.
Yes, and think about human action here. Summer is for swimming, going to the beach, eating ice cream, or just sitting under a big tree to stay cool.
Then the weather changes again. We get to the third season. The lesson calls it autumn, but also fall.
Right.
Wait, the source notes that Americans say fall instead of autumn are both really 100% correct to use.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Both are completely correct. Autumn is a bit older, used a lot in British English, but fall is very common in American English.
And fall makes sense because the leaves literally fall down from the trees.
Exactly. The weather gets cool, days get shorter, and those leaves turn beautiful yellow, orange, and red colors.
Which brings us to the final season, winter.
The coldest season.
Mm.
In many places, snow turns everything completely white.
And what do? We relax indoors. We stay inside with hot tea.
Notice what the source is doing here. It uses the seasons to introduce action words. Summer is for swimming. Winter is for staying inside. The seasons dictate our human behavior.
I love that. Okay, so we understand the weather, we understand the four seasons, but what are the actual physical things we see when we look outside?
Right. Let's look at nature itself.
Mm-hmm.
And we also need to look at a couple of common English mistakes to avoid.
Good idea. Let's start with the green things. Plants versus trees. What is the difference?
Well, a tree is tall, it is big, and the most important part is that it has a hard brown trunk.
A trunk.
Yes, that hard center part. Trees can live for 100 years.
But a plant is small, right?
Right. Small, soft, and green. Like a beautiful red rose that smells sweet. That is a plant.
Okay, so trees are hard and tall, plants are soft and small. What about the shape of the land? The geography?
The source gives us some great basic words. Mountains. Those are the highland areas where people go hiking.
And rivers. Rivers are like moving lines of water.
Yes, and the rivers usually lead to the ocean. The ocean is the biggest body of salt water.
And where the land meets the ocean, where you can walk on the sand, that is the beach.
Exactly. But nature is not just land and water, it is animals too.
Right. You might see birds flying, or beautiful little bugs like butterflies.
Or you might be in a park and see cute squirrels running up the park trees.
Squirrels are very fun to watch. Now, you mentioned there are some common mistakes learners make with these words.
Yes, there are two major mistakes to avoid. First, never say the nature.
The nature. Like, I love the nature.
Right. That is wrong in English. You say, I love nature. No, the.
Why is that?
Well, while many languages use definite words like the for big abstract concepts, English simply leaves it blank. English treats nature as an all-encompassing idea. It is everywhere.
Oh, that makes sense. Just nature. What is the second mistake?
Forgetting the plural S.
Oh, yes.
If there is more than one, you must say birds, not bird. 2 birds, 5 trees, 10 flowers.
You know, it sounds like such a tiny detail to just add an S. But it is the invisible line between sounding like a beginner and speaking natural English.
It really is. It is a small sound, but native speakers always listen for it. It makes your English sound polished.
Okay, so we have all these beautiful things, oceans, trees, animals. Because nature is full of these beautiful things, we arrive at our final topic.
Our responsibility.
Exactly, our responsibility to protect it. Which brings us to the vocabulary of the environment.
The environment. That means the air, the water, and the land around us. And sadly, there are some big problems.
Let's talk about those problem words. The first one from the source is pollution.
Pollution. This is when cars and big factories make dirty air that is very hard to breathe.
And it is also bad chemicals or plastic garbage in the water that hurts the fish and the sea animals.
The other big problem word is climate change, or global warming.
Global warming. That means the Earth's temperature is going up everywhere, right?
Yes, the planet is getting hotter. But the lesson does not just give us problem words. It gives us solution words.
The 3 R's.
Yes. Reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Let's break those down. First, reduce.
Reduce simply means use less. For example, turn off the water while you brush your teeth. Turn off the lights when you leave a room.
Use less. Reduce. The second R is reuse.
Reuse means use again. Do not just use a plastic bag once. Bring your own bag to the store and use it again and again.
And the final R is recycle.
Right. Recycle means taking old paper, glass, or plastic bottles and putting them in a special trash can. Then they are turned into brand new things.
Here's where it gets really interesting for me. Reduce is about stopping the problem before it even starts.
Exactly.
While reuse and recycle are about dealing with the things we already have in our hands.
So that is a wonderful way to look at it. And notice the shift in the language here.
What do you mean?
Well, earlier, we used descriptive words, adjectives and nouns about pretty flowers and sunny weather. But now we're using powerful action words, verbs.
Oh, you are right. Protect, save, reduce.
Yes, this vocabulary empowers you, the listener, to actually take action in English. You can join the global conversation about saving our environment.
That is so inspiring. We have covered so much ground today. Let's briefly recap our journey.
Good idea.
We mastered the daily weather conditions so we can make small talk. We talked about the 4 seasons. We learned nature vocabulary like plants, trees, and animals.
And we learned how to fix common errors, like dropping the before nature and remembering the plural S.
And finally, we learned how to talk about protecting the environment using the 3 R's. We want you to practice these words tomorrow. When you step outside or just look out your window, try to name what you see in English.
And to help you practice, we want to share the question of the day directly from Tim's English channel.
The question is, what is your favorite season and why?
Yes. For example, you could say, My favorite season is spring because I love the flowers. Try answering that out loud to yourself.
It is a great way to practice. As we finish our deep dive today, I want to ask you something interesting. We learned all these new words.
Right.
Since the words we use shape how we see the world, if you learn the English names for these things, do you start to notice them more?
Oh, wow. That is a great question.
Does learning the word for squirrel or trunk make you look at your local park in a completely new way?
I think it does. When you have a new word for something, your brain pays more attention to it. Learning English literally changes how you see the world outside.
It really does. Thank you so much for exploring with us today. You are doing a great job with your English. Keep practicing.
Yes, keep up the wonderful work.
Have a beautiful sunny day wherever you are. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.